Nathan here, helping you become a better jungler. YFJC, your first jungle clear, episode number 46, the show dedicated to perfecting your early game. Some quick reviews here, guys. Some key themes we're saying, especially in the lower elos. Not accepting reality when we're getting invaded, using ward better early game, and we're just overcomplicating the game a bit. We've got some very quick end of reviews here, guys, which might be, a bit entertaining, but, this is the reality of what some of our games are looking like. You can't forget these games. We're just screwing things up, making the game so much harder to play for no reason. Great example here of just the importance of pathing to lanes with priority. And that's really it for this episode. Really short one, but some really good key lessons, and also using a lot of the resources, the material, especially in my Mott's Jungle Tip series. Check that playlist out. Some great stuff you can apply to these reviews that we did today. Let's get straight into it, guys. All right, so first review today. This is Jayden on the North American server, and this is Gold 3. Kindred versus Kane. Laid out a base. Very small thing, but I always like to get straight onto the map so I can start defending my red buff. Just so, they come and late invade here or something like that, especially with the pike. You never know. I mean, they could be in this bush right now. Risky bisky. That's why you don't leave base late. You got to be really focused, guys. Jumping in. Well, there it is. Imagine if he would have just died there, by the way, guys, because he was laid out of base. All right, but this is obviously the Nathan Mott ward. I love this ward, straight out of base ward this, especially against champs that are going to invade like Pike and stuff. There's a video on my YouTube about how effective this ward is. If you're confused about how to play early game, defend these invades, that's what you do. So our team still dies, even though there was the invade. We might need to start blue, Mr. Jayden. I don't think we can defend this. All right, great lesson from this game already, guys. I mean, we just have to accept reality, Like, if you look at it right now, it's 2 versus 4 people right now, and you haven't seen them leave the ward. And then, so what you do in this situation, guys, is you concede the red here, and then you will do blue, Gromp, Wolves, and then you can assess if Kane's going to cross here to defend these camps, or you can just keep down here. I have another video talking about getting invaded here, ways you can potentially respond to it. I'll put that up here as well. So 2 videos I already have on my YouTube to deal with situations like this. Yeah, this is, I'm just going to end the review here because this is unrealistic. But we've got to accept reality, guys. So the first one, get out of base on spawn. So no risk of dying to invade. And then the next one here is accept reality when need to concede a buff. And then your mindset is get level 3 ASAP from blue side. I mean, again, I'm just reviewing how I would review it, right? It's just like, bam, that's it. Just move on, right? It's just too unrealistic of an early game. I'm not going to sit here and I mean, obviously this is YFJC, right? But I'm not going to sit here and try and dissect and be like, what is the perfect situation? Like, guys, I mean, firstly, that shouldn't happen. And secondly, that's going to happen maybe like 1 in 20 games. So what's the point of putting all the effort and energy to figure out how to play from behind? Playing from behind don't focus on it, We're still learning the game. We got to make sure we're not making the basic mistakes here. All right, this is Errol, Volley Bear versus Viego, and this is Platinum on the North American server. Ooh, I love this. The good old Nathan Mott ward prevents the invades. Ah, good information. So he switches out to Sweeper. All right, so in terms of pathing for Mr. Errol, we are pathing towards bot. So Caitlyn Lux is a very, very strong lane, guys. Soraka Jinx, there's a Graves top into with a set with Ignite. I wouldn't be opposed to pathing bot. This could be just a mindset where you just sort of just concede your bot side. If you want to go for a quick level 3 gank bot to try and minimize pressure, that might be okay, but I just don't see much setup here. Like, they're just going to just dominate lane phase, and I'm just sort of happy to let them do that. I personally would just be like full clearing pathing top and maybe looking to take his Viego's Krugs if he starts red and paths towards bot. But let's see here. I'm interested to see how this plays out, but I feel like pathing bot, nothing will really happen unless you're like trying to do some really quick level 3 gank bot. But just note, guys, Caitlyn Lux, terrifying lane, super strong. All right, so it looks like enemy jungler starts blue, so we're pathing opposite to Viego, which is a little bit of a mistake for Viego's path in order to put Viego's position. I always path towards Caitlyn Lux lanes. It's just so good. You're going to have priority. You can counter gank. You can dive. You have so many options. I'll definitely be looking to focus mid a lot this game as well. I mean, I think you can do a lot this game. A lot of adaptations required here. I'll tell you what would be really good. If you started red this game, this is I play lots of volley myself. I would just red Raptors Gromp into kill him on his red buff here. This would be pretty easy. I just wanted to sort of show you how easy this would be as well. Oh, he actually skips his Raptors. Okay, this wouldn't be easy. But typically Viego's like to full clear. You would be here about now. So you could fight him and potentially take it. But if he was to do Raptors, then you could easily easily be able to contest this on time. So that's definitely something I'll be thinking about here. And, you know, even if you don't get the red buff in time, you can still pressure. You know, you got priority Graves top. His guys have got Ignite. It's still fine. So make sure you're spam ping in top, Mr. Errol. Yeah, this is just true. You see, and this is a bit of like if I'm reviewing this now, like this is sort of end of review. Like your Graves had priority, you know, you pathed opposite, you know, there's nothing really for you to do bot here anyway. I mean, I guess that you actually might be able to gank bot here, but you know, like I really feel bad for the Graves here. Like he's got a bit of a counter matchup here. Graves is a really strong early lane phase. He's going to have push. And you're sort of just letting him die here. You know, like you would have the counter gank option here if you path top. So I think that's really all I want to go over for this game, to be honest. This is a bit of a path in errors game, I'll assume. Okay, we come down here. Oh, God. So let's just look at the execution of this. So why are we walking through lane and not just ganking here? Just walk around. I guess you feel like you can flash or something. They start running. Yeah. Maybe this is a case where you just walk around, Mr. Errol. And then top dives again. Poor Graves. All right, so good. We don't have the ward, so we can't ward this, unfortunately, because he obviously switched out to sweeper in the early game. We won't have time to do the Gromp. So this is a situation sometimes you do Gromp, but Viego just got missing. He's molecularly recalled. And the enemy, they usually like to defend this. The enemy bot lane's off base, so you can't really take the Gromp here as well. All right, so this game, good example of options you can have and path into priority lanes. And this example was the Graves. You know, like sure we can gank bot there, but again, you have so many more options when you path towards a priority lane like Graves here. You know, we can invade, we can counter gank, everything. Because Platinum junglers, they don't track. Viego will just gank this regardless, even if you start a red. This is Dawson, Platinum 2 on the North American server. And this is Lilia versus Graves. Traditionally a somewhat pretty good matchup for Lilia. All right, so what are we doing here? Mr. Dawson, we're going to start his red buff. I don't know about this one. I don't think this is necessary. And yeah, all right, so this is going to be the end of review for this one. Mindset around this, guys, is you just don't need to do this sort of stuff. All right, like why coin flip the game level 1 as a Lilia when you know we're comfortable? We look at our team comp. We're sort of a scaling. Like the key thing about this as well is like even if you like somehow were managed to get this or whatever, like take the buff, it's just really not necessary. So the key thing here, guys, like you know we can like you know break it down and like look at playing from behind. But I just want to get across the mindset from this example is. Don't feel like, especially on these type of scaling champs, don't feel like you have to do anything fancy, sexy to win the game. I know that there's obviously that Lilia sort of cheese where you can start their Raptors and stuff, but I just don't really like that as well. Like, it's just coin flip League of Legends. Just play beautiful League of Legends. Just play Lilia, you know, full clear, look to defend the Graves Invade or something like that, and that's it. It's really that simple. And, you know, like, you know, we could say like, how about let's not put this video in YFJC because it's quick and a review, but this mindset's really important. Like people feel like they have to do crazy things early games as a jungler. You really don't. Just play the mid game well, play early game well, get strong. You could be 0-0-0, play the mid game well. All right, let me show you an example in one of my games, guys. Because let's really get across this mindset here. Like I'm going to show you a really bad early game from me as well. Well, I sort of had no options. This is a game I played in Challenger a couple of days ago. All right, so TLDR is I was sort of like running bot here. My bot died. I was going towards my Misfortune Yumi lane. And my bot lane died before I even got there. I did Red Raptors Gromp, and then my bot lane died, right? Disaster. They push in the wave and they get a reset. I basically had no option this game. Anyway, look at the score, guys. I even like coin flipped the Herald and I died. Disaster. All right, so look at this situation, guys. So I've really done nothing early game. I'm my team's 7-2. I have 3 losing lanes. Everyone's getting destroyed. Come down bot. Let me just tab here just to quickly show you how behind my team is. All right. So look at this, guys. I mean, my bot lane still is doing pretty decent for CS. I mean, I guess I don't really have that hard losing lanes, but the enemy jungler is like, you know, it's a snowballing Viego. Enemy bot lane super strong, right? So you might be thinking, Nathan, why the hell are you pathing towards bot? Because it's literally killing the enemy bot lane here and like letting my Misfortune Yumi scale with Vlad is like my only option to win this game. And all I'm doing here is I'm looking for a nice, simple, beautiful counter gank in the mid game. And patience. I wanted the emphasis patience. Even my Vlad just dies mid there. Everyone's dying. The game's falling apart. I'm Rek'Sai, guys. You know, Rek'Sai, the narrative is if you lose early game, you lose the game. Look at this patience. So I know Viego's here. That's why I'm being patient, right? I'm waiting for them to fully commit. My team's fine, right? Like, Caster's ages away. Then I see Viego come in there. 1 kill. Two kills. 3 kills. And then we're back in the game. Just from a simple play like that. Didn't need to do anything sexy, nothing fancy. Even again, in the early game, nothing really happened. You can just win games straight up just from mid games like this. You know, it's 13 minutes in the game. We're basically at mid game, right? And then we end up winning this game. We get Baron, we outscale, even though we're super far behind. You know? So really important. Don't feel the need to win games early game from weird shit like this because it just loses you games. Like, for example, yeah, this example just loses you the game. So I am going to keep this in. This is important. This is Yannick, Diamond 3 on the EU West server. Gwen versus Zed. Gwen obviously loves to full clear. Zed also likes to sort of full clear. These are both champs that want to get level 6. So I think this is a pretty relaxing early game. In terms of pathing, Karma, Renata, I don't quite know how that interacts, but I mean, Karma in general, the principle you always follow is Karma is a very, very strong poke lane. They usually have priority. Sometimes it's scary to path towards that, especially if you're a full clear jungler. You really want to path to lanes with priority. So this is definitely a lane where you would want to path to Jace because Jace obviously has priority here against, you know, a Singed here who's a bit of a melee champ. If Gwen starts top here, this will be concerning. Great. Good. Blue start. Excellent. Good. Pathing towards priority. And I assume the Zed will also path towards his priority. But it looks like the Zed has started. We don't really know where he starts because Singed is missing in action right now. Oh, he was in that bush. Okay, we actually know this is a bot start. Yeah, because bot lane leashed. That wasn't a leash. All right, so we're clear, clear, clear. I think maybe Yannick thinks that he started blue. Oh, I like this. I love it when top laners do this. This is awesome. Off that priority, they come in to get a really good deep ward. I wonder if he's going to invade here. The blue Gromp. Ooh, he just gets level 4. Okay, yeah, you just do this. Don't overcomplicate the game. Same concept as the last review, guys. It's all good. You know, when we're half HP, like, it's fine. I mean, if I'm Rek'Sai or something like that, that Zed's dead. If I'm any Graves, that guy's dead, you know? All right, so we're coming up here for a bit of a biff. Both junglers have no smite, so it's a bit of a Mexican standoff, but we obviously have the priority top, and this is why you path towards priority lanes. So this is a little bit problem from Zed. Zed should be pathing bot. You know, if you actually look at it as well, Zed would have just been able to just double heal bot here as well, so that's a little bit end of review. I don't know why he's pathing towards his non-priority match up top. And blue start in general is better for Zed as well. All right, recall, good. Just back to our camps on 420. I love the tempo, the momentum here. This is absolutely Gwen's champion identity. All right, so I always talk about these type of ganks when the enemy team has crashed the wave in. Usually pretty low percentage, but they were a little bit low health, so I guess it's okay, but It's fine. Okay, he's looking to still stick around here. Okay, I actually like what Yannick's doing here, by the way. So the principle that we're following here is when enemy team is low HP, keep up the pressure, hover. Shit's going to happen. Fights are going to happen. We also know Zed's also bot side, so he could also be fighting this because obviously, you know, Zed's matching us the whole game, right? We started here. Zed starts here. So being here is really, really good. Don't just go to your camps here. So I really quite like what Yannick's doing here. He's here to protect in case Zed's here. Wait, what was Yannick doing here? Why is he not going with Ghost? Oh, he was clearing the ward. Oh, Yannick, you got to go on this, man. Come on. You don't need to clear this ward. The play's done. This ward doesn't do anything. Oh, man, Yannick, that's actually a bit of a disaster because you would have got the reset for the... This guy, everyone would be dead here. You'd be here right now. Bit sloppy. Killing that ward. You just don't need to kill that ward. There's no purpose of killing that ward. They're fighting. Maybe poor map awareness. It's all right. They get the wave in, but Zed is able to collect it. Katarina is solo killing our Gwen. All right, Katarina is a fantastic like secondary win condition. I sort of view Gwen as always like a primary win condition because, you know, Gwen's a bit of a scaling jungle and stuff like that. Katarina is so good into their team composition. You know, there's lots of... not much lockdown. She can just run around, just one shot and everyone getting resets. Obviously, Singed is a bit annoying, but that's whatever. We can deal with that. All right, what's going on here, Mr. Yannick? We're sort of just trying to... Let's just hit our camps. Just chill out. We don't need to do anything sexy here. You know, we have a Renata Lucian bot lane. Like, just keep clearing. Does he assume he's lost his top camps? But it can't be the case because Zed was bot. So I don't like this at all. I don't know why he's just not full clearing and like protecting his Jace top because remember, Zed's also going to be pathing top as well. So it'd be great to do Raptors and look to counter gank or Krugs and look to hover. And then Katarina literally kills the Zed as well. Because remember, let's say if you're the Zed and you didn't go for that gank, Zed is just going to be taking the Raptors and the Krugs from you, you know? And you won't be able to take anything in return because you're not in a trade sides of the map situation. You know, Zed path bot and he's going back top. So I really don't like this. It's just chasing kills and stuff. All right. And then we die. All right, so that's the end of review here, guys. I think this is the mindset of we're trying to do too much early game. We don't need to do anything this game, guys. Get level 6, and we've got a win condition Katarina. Stop forcing bot. We can deal with bot. We've got a fed Katarina. We're going to be all good, you know? Great example here of sort of just overcomplicating the game. Stick to your champ identity. As Gwen, full clear, top. You know, identify laners that are win con. You know, Katarina's there. We don't need to do anything sexy. All right, so this is Andreas from the EU Nordic East server, EUNE, and this is Gold 2. All right, so Udi is champion identity. So he sort of varies with the way you play him. He's got Phase Rush and Ghost. So he's sort of not going in for the Conqueror or the PTA. He's not looking to skirmish heavily, it looks like. Very strong early. I mean, you probably still can do things early. I mean, let's take a look. Let's take a look at what Andreas does here. Very interesting ward there. I'm not sure. Maybe he's afraid of an invade from the Nautilus or something, but his bot lane's here. I don't think you really need to do that. Personally, I would be liking to hold my ward if I'm looking to get aggressive in Master Yi's face or something like that. I don't think there's much. I don't know why that ward's there. If there's nothing to ward early game, just literally just sit on the ward and just chill, you know? Pathing towards bot, I actually like this a lot from Andreas. Brand versus Nautilus, this is going to be a super chaotic lane. Brand's going to be looking to poke, Jin's going to be looking to poke. I like this a lot. The fundamental, the principle we apply all the time in gold when I review gold, the enemy jungle always starts bot as well, so we can take that into account. We're thinking here the enemy jungle is just going to be able to, you can do whatever you want. All right, so we're just pathing away. Red, Krugs, Raptors, bots chaotic, and as expected. And so we also just need to double check where Master Yi started. Yep, then that's a bot start as expected. Again, guys, gold, enemy jungler starts bot 90% of the time from my experience. All right, so maybe this is a situation where I know that we like to full clear as Udyr, but this might be a situation we need to skip camps potentially to help out bot. But it's going to depend. Okay, so put yourself in the enemy bot lane shoes now. They're going to probably want to push this next wave in and reset. Yeah. You've got a really short window. The only way you can... So you put yourself in the enemy team shoes right now here, Andreas, is they're going to want to push this and then reset. You actually have time to actually skip all your camps, come down here and kill them and prevent them from pushing this next wave in. But Jin's still level 1 and Brand's still level 2 with half HP. I would think just sticking to full clear is actually fine here, but that's something I'm thinking about. And the wave's also too big. They've basically successfully got the wave in. So this is good. I think this is good. Yi does, all right, great. This is we'll check the CS. Marcy has red buff. We know he started bot and he has 12 CS. That means he's cleared this, so we know that all his topside camps are up. But there's nothing we can do about it because we path bot. If we path top, we could definitely invade and pressure, but unfortunately we can't. So it looks like we're going to do these camps. The enemy bot lane stays. We're going for a gank. Yeah, I think this is good. Excellent. 1 kill, 2 kills. Fantastic. Yeah, I don't think you need to help them push. They should be fine. Take crab, reset, come to your Krugs on spawn. Good. Fantastic stuff. All right, maybe what we could do here. So my first thought here that you see Marcy's top here, he's lost a lot of tempo, and we still know that he's only done 3 camps and he's done crab. So if you don't want to invade here, you should mindset should be I want to invade him on these camp spawns. But I think going to your Krugs is right and then clear down. Okay. Oh, you go for a gank here. You get the flash. You might be missing your opportunity, Andreas, to counter jungle him now. I would prioritize a lot. Ooh, we're just ganking. All right, great. All right, so I think we're a little bit off track here with what Udyr's champ identity is. If you watch someone like Malice play Udyr, he's like a very famous Udyr player, you know, 10 CS a minute, farm, punish enemy jungle and counter jungle when you can. This is not your identity. You shouldn't be ganking a tank v tank matchup as Udyr. Tempo, because what's happening here, Andreas, is you have missing so many opportunities. Because what I will do is I'll do Krugs, right, out of base, Raptors, and then skip my walls and come straight here and contest and look to kill bot again, because we know Marcy is going to be taking all this time, probably taking all these camps, as we see here, right? And I just want to show you exactly where you would be as well. Let's just time it in our heads. All right, so let's say we cleared Krugs. We'll do that pretty quick. Let's say we will be on our Raptors on spawn at around, we'll clear this and then we'll be here. Well, let's say we'll probably be here around 5 minutes, 10 seconds. We'll probably be on his Raptors around 5 minutes, 25. I think that's fair. So let's look at where you are at 5 minutes, 25 seconds. All right, and you would be here right now, and they would be pretty much gone. So you see the difference? I think 525, I think you could get there quicker as well, especially with, you have blue buff as Udyr, I think, as well, and you could just get there really quickly. But again, you eliminate that option. He's so screwed here if you take his Raptors and Krugs and look to gank bot. I'm just quickly going to Twitch chat question here. He says, if you're counter jungle bot camps, are we scared of mid bot moving? Yes, we are, but at least put yourself in a position to do that. Let's say if we have priority and stuff, but it's fine. Udyr is very safe. You're against a Veigar must-see. You're all good. Like, you can just run away. You know, you're all good. So yeah, I think that we're just sort of off the mark here. Udyr's, you did the one gank, just clear your camps. We're overcomplicated. You see, even now you're looking for a mid gank. Why are we looking to gank a full HP Veigar with a level 5 Ari? You know, do you even know if Veigar has flash or not here? We're just not hitting our camp, so we're not playing towards our champ identity here. So we're going to end the review here. You skip camps again to gank. All right, I don't even need to do this. I need to see this. This is just not good. All right. I mean, you are going to get the kill, sure. It might look all good, but it's just, again, you're not playing to your champ identity as Udyr. So our tired thing is not playing towards champ identity of Udyr. get camps on spawn and counter jungle and put yourself in counter jungle in a position to counter jungle enemy. Don't overcomplicate the game from ganking all the time. Okay? Ganking, it's not good. It's not even good for ganking junglers as well. Like, unless you're a champ like Elise. Maybe Elise is like the only one. Even as Rek'Sai, I make sure I still maintain a healthy farm. You know, and the only ganks I do is take a high percentage ganks. This mid gank here is not high percentage. The fact that we should even be looking for it. The wave's in a neutral state. Veigar's hugging bot side, and Ari has no, like, it's just never going to work. Only gank when it's high percentage. If not, hit your camps. A simple rule to follow.